Yeah, look, I think it's a very exciting concept, the whole Big Bash. It's 2020 cricket is, it's a phenomenon that everyone's starting to now realise it's a serious form of the game. It's not just hit and giggle. I think what enticed me out of coming out of retirement is it was my time to give something back to cricket and to be in partnership with Cricket Australia, to embark on something that's new, it's fresh, and to play at the MCG and impart my knowledge on a lot of the guys. That was sort of part of the reason to do it. And when something's fresh, new and exciting like this, then it's sort of nice to be a part of right from the start and hopefully help establish as a world competition that will attract a lot of different players and international players to come here and play in the Big Bash in Australia. I was very lucky and felt privileged about a lot of different offers that I had from South Australia, New South Wales, the other Melbourne side. So I was, but I think the final straw for me was the MCG. That was sort of like the final thing for me. It was my backyard for 20 years, so to come out and have the opportunity to play here with a team they put together, both on the field and off the field, I got some good friends there off the field, and I got some good friends in the team. A few of the guys I don't know, but I think, all in all, I think that was the overriding factor, was to play at the MCG. When the offers first came through, was to play a game or two, and I thought, well, just getting wheeled out for a game or two, anything can happen in 2020. You get whacked around, you're going to train the same to lead up to that game to try and put in the best performance you possibly can. So if I'm going to do this, I want to be part of the team and do it properly. And as I said, for all the reasons, to impart my knowledge, give something back, all those things. So I thought, let's get in this. And part of me now is very excited to come out and play all 7 games. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's a great time of year around that Christmas year. I've got, 3 children of my own, and it'd be nice for them to come out and watch a bit of the cricket. My fiance's got a son, Damien, who's 9, so hopefully they'll all enjoy that and get out there and watch some cricket, which will be nice. We're very lucky here in Australia. We've got so many wonderful grounds all over the country, so looking forward to getting out there and seeing, some of the fans are there that supported me and the Australian team through a long period of time. Looking forward to getting around Australia again and playing as much cricket as I can anywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of world-class players. You think of Chris Gale. We've all been galed at some stage where he smashed us out the park, and Afridi and Brad Hogg's come out of retirement too. So there's a lot of wonderful players that are playing in the Big Bash. So looking forward to locking horns again, I suppose, is one way to put it, and meeting a lot of the younger players and trying to help them out as much as I possibly can too. Try and be nice to guys like David Warne and those things, so they don't whack you around too much. Look, they're exciting players. I think someone like a David Warne has got a lot to offer all forms of the game. I'd like to see him opening the batting in a lot more versions of the game, not just 2020. So I think a lot of those guys, I'm looking forward to playing against them and helping them if I can in any way, whether it's from the opposition or not. But my priority is going to be the Melbourne Stars and help them as much as I can, both leadership on the field, off the field, and helping them out as much as I can. But there's a lot of other players around Australia that I'm happy to help if they want it. Well, I think there's been a lot of talk about the 2020 and the traditional people like the test matches. There's one-day international cricket that sort of some of the attendances have dropped off a little bit, but I think all the versions of the game help each other. I think what's going to help at the moment, we've got some test cricket going on over obviously the Boxing Day against India, it starts, and then we've got the 2020 Big Bash as well. So I think there's a lot of different forms of the game that people can get involved in, and I think they help each other. So, I think that people are going to get behind 2020 here, especially the Big Bash. It's something no one really knows what to expect. There's a lot of internationals with locals, but also for like Melbourne Stars, we've got players that used to play for other states that we used to. So there's a great new concept that's from Cricket Australia. It's a good, I think hopefully it's going to be the start of a wonderful competition that's going to be world class. Well, I think it's just an opportunity again. The young players get opportunities all the time. This is another one that can put themselves on the world stage, announce themselves for England 2020. There's teams you can play for, IPL, put yourself up for International 2020. So it's a great opportunity for a lot of different players, and hopefully they grab it with both hands. Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed that. Captaining the Royals for 4 years and winning it the first year and doing things differently to everybody else was probably why we won it the first year. There's a few injuries. We lost a few players, unavailability the few years after that, and lost a couple of games where we weren't just good enough. But to play cricket in India is a different experience to playing here in Australia. It's a lot louder, a lot more people, and they're very passionate over there. That's not to say Australian people aren't passionate, they are. But it's just a different experience, and it was good fun to have that. And people talking about me coming out for money to play this. It's not about that. If it was all about money for me, I'd be still playing the IPL and hanging there as much as I can over there. But this is about helping Cricket Australia, helping the new generation of players, and giving something back to the game that's been great to me. Oh, I've got so many. The stars of the future, I think we've got to look at some of the players we've got now that are still doing some wonderful things. I look at guys like David Warne, Cameron White, Dave Hussey. Those three guys really stand out to me. There's a lot of good young bowlers going around the country at the moment too that can play and adapt to all the forms of the game. So I just think it's exciting to see all these young guns coming. I think Cricket Australia is in a really good place at the moment. I think they've gone through a bit of off-field work to get that right. I think they've put those processes in place now that it's going to help all versions of the game. And I think with Michael Clarke's leadership, I think it's off to a great start. It's a big test for them in South Africa. If they can get through that, come back here and keep it going, I think they've got a real opportunity to make a big surge for #1 in the world again. Well, it's a fact, isn't it, that 2020 spin bowlers in 2020 do really well. So hopefully that means all of us will continue to do well. But generally, spin to win, there's been, you generally need 2 or 3 spinners in there. The quicks everyone's got a role, and that's the good thing about it. But the spinners have been pretty successful. You get hit for more sixes and boundaries, but you take some wickets, which is just as important. So their spinners have definitely got a role to play in 2020. There's many conditions you can play in many different versions of 2020, whether it be South Africa, England, New Zealand, India, here in Australia. The more you get a chance to mix with international players and experienced players, the more you learn all the time. So any opportunity is great, but we want Australia in 2020 to be one of the best competitions in the world, and this is the start of it this year. Who am I looking forward to? Anyone that wants to hit one up in the air and get out.